this is what makes a difference. I want to tell you a quick story about my son. My son, big football, baseball guy, goes to Oak Park, and he starts freshman year, sophomore year, gets hurt junior year, comes back senior year for football. He's all pumped, and we're going to have a great team, and they did have a great team, right? And turns out he didn't start and didn't really play much and was kind of a mop-up guy. And it was tough, right? Like, now, undisputed, the guys playing in front of him were better, and he kind of knew that too. But it was tough. You played football since 5th grade, right? And, probably hurt that he was hurt, junior year, but it was tough. And I will tell you, we had lots of discussions at our house, and I knew he finally got it when he said, "Hey, Dad, my week is really Monday through Wednesday. I help the guys get ready, and then we kind of do a walk through Thursday, and then Friday night I just talk with the guys. My son's a bright kid. I just talk with the guys and tell them what we see. But my job really is giving guys a good look on Monday through Wednesday at practice on the scout team." And I thought, wow, because that's tough, right? It's not like he didn't want to play. And the thing that was really neat is he took those things forward. He joined the mock trial team, okay? And then later in the year, my son is one of these guys who's not very artistic, and we're like, "Hey, dude, you need a fine arts credit. We are going to graduate, right, this year, all right?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, okay, I'll take theater tech." And they're like, "All right, dude, theater tech." So he's in theater tech, building sets and stuff, and he's not very good at that either. And so the guy who teaches theater tech is actually a really inspiring guy. And Shaan, kind of despite himself, is sort of getting into theater tech. And so at the end of the first semester, he says, I'll take theater tech next semester. I don't need to study hall. I mean, teacher's pretty cool. So I was like, all right, dude, cool. And so he's talking, and the teacher in the second semester says, "Hey, Shaan, there's a play in the spring, man. There's a part. It's kind of like a big football guy. It's a play called Picnic. There's a guy in there, and you'd be great." And Shaan's like, "Hey, dude, really? I'm not even really good at building your sets, man. Like, I'm not getting up on stage. You crazy, dude? Like, I'm just trying to get a credit here, man." And the guy kind of stayed with him, and he's joking with Shaan, and Shaan's like, "Yeah, okay, dude, I'm not trying out for it." And so about 3 days before the tryout, Shaan forgets an assignment. He's a good student. He's like, "Hey, Mr. Kessler, can I turn the assignment in?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, no problem. I'll turn it in." And he says, "Yeah, great." And so he turns it in, and he says, "Oh, hey, Shaan, great, but you owe me one." And Shaan's like, what do you mean, dude?" He goes, "Hey, just try out for this thing." And he ends up trying out. Then he gets an email. He goes, "Yeah, hey, Dad, what's this?" It says I got a call back. I'm like, "That's second round, son." He wasn't really. And, it turns out, so he's in this thing, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this will be cool." He ends up in the play, and I was like, "Oh, he's some little guy. It'll be in 2 or 3 scenes." Well, he's the main dude. You know how like when they announce people at the end and they come out, he was like the last pair to come out, right? It's like my wife and I are like these big theater parents, like not really knowing how to act, right? Yeah. But you want to talk about making a whole new group of friends? You want to talk about going for it? You want to talk about overcoming disappointment? He could have just hung his head and said, "Wow, my senior year is gonna, not be any good." He went for it. Really inspiring, really neat.